What's going on, y'all? So listen. So we're back again for another episode review of Catfish. This is season 7, episode 17, Nay and Brandon. This episode tripped me out because we are literally dealing with kids. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if you 18, 19 years old. You are still a child in my eyes because you ain't lived yet, bitch. You are not an adult. You on the cusp of coming from off the teenage years to trying to come into adulthood. But bitch, you ain't there yet, okay? You literally just came out of high school, bitch. But anyway, you probably still living at home with your moms, okay? You ain't probably got no jobs and shit like that, but whatever. Let me just say, so Nay, I ain't John, bitch. I thought her name was Dejanay, but I said no, that's not her name, but it's pronounced something else. So we just gonna call her Nay. She has an identical twin sister, bitch. When I seen that girl, I said, wait a minute, is she a stud or whatever? Her name is Neek. We gonna call her Neek. Um, so basically, Nay is 19 years old, I believe, and she fell in love with this boy that she met on Tinder. Or when we say meet on this show, we mean that she swiped right on or that she clicked accept to or shit like that, because these motherfuckers ain't met yet. You know, they've been talking for a few months. Little white boy, blue eyes, blonde hair, tall, whatever. And I felt some type of way, but I'm gonna get on that in a second. It's probably not that deep, but you know, somebody gonna mention it, so I'll mention it myself. But anyway, she talking about how, he just came along at the right time. She googled him and this website come up talking about some he's a celebrity, internet celebrity. I said, who? And to be quite honest, y'all be mentioning a whole bunch of people to me, and I be like, I don't know who that is. When I be like, who, what y'all want me to talk about in my what it is, somebody told me about some YouTuber this and YouTube that. I don't know these people, baby. When I tell you, it's a whole bunch of internet famous people out here that I don't know and never heard of. And people look at me crazy when I say, I ain't never heard of this person, okay? I don't know who you're talking about. You know, it's because I literally don't. I don't be on the internet like that. Contrary to popular belief, I don't be on the internet like that to know who all these people are. And that ain't even that ain't my steez. But anyway, so she lives in Ohio. He lives in Pennsylvania. They like 2 hours away from each other. Every time they never FaceTime. They spoke on the phone once, and the same spiel. We don't speak, we don't talk, we text and all that stuff. They met on Tinder. She got broken up from a boyfriend, so she just said, "Fuck it, let me get on Tinder." Mind you, she's only 19 at this time. At this current time, probably when she did all this shit, she was 18 at the time. She said, because she was tired of all her relationships failing, niggas doing her dirty and shit like that. I said, bitch, your relationships. Do you really count the relationships that you have in high school that ain't really fucking relationships? Relationships? She said her first boyfriend, she was with him from like freshman year to sophomore year. Then kind of find out that nigga was cheating on her for 9 months. Then she was with this other dude, and kind of find out he already had a girlfriend, so she was like the side chick, so that ended kind of quickly. So now she like, bitch, let me fuck around and see what's going on Tinder. Come across this dude. Oh my god, he is so cute, his blue eyes, his blonde hair, and all that shit. And I was like, So when she giggling and Googleizing all over this dude, I'm sitting here like, so was your other boyfriends white or whatever? I know people got their preference, but I don't know. We're not finna get into it. But anyway, moving on from that. So what irked me about this, why is it that they had her come from Ohio to LA to do all this Googling stuff that they could have just spent that money to go out there to her? And then since they so close together in Pennsylvania, why don't y'all come out there to the East Coast and then y'all can trap this nigga up? But they flew her out to LA, and I was like, so y'all was gonna get another ticket to fly her back, and then for y'all to fly over there, and then for y'all probably to fly over there to Pennsylvania. That's too much money being spent. But I guess MTV/Viacom got the money like that, so they don't give a fuck. So set her up in a little house. It was her first time flying. She was just like me, girl. It was cool, all and dandy up until, bitch, the shit started bumping and turbulence and shit. Girl, the last plane ride that I was on going to Cleveland, all them damn clouds, I told y'all, we went through them clouds, and that shit said, I said, hold the fuck up. How many more minutes we got on this goddamn flight? Cause I am not here for it. Okay, I said let me close this window because I just this is giving me anxiety. But oh, excuse me. Anyway, she come out there. She said Brandon had hit her up. They trying to do the little image search and all this stuff. Couldn't find nothing. They do the little Google search, and his profiles come up to the same profiles that they found. They found a Facebook profile that was kind of private, but all the friends that was on the Facebook profile was mostly women, and it was like dudes sparingly here and there. And so they found this one dude named Matt who was from the same town as old boy. Matt called him back and was like, yeah, I know him. The reason why we know each other is because my girlfriend cheated on me with him, and he told me about it. So I guess dude respected him for telling him about it, and they became cool. They actually met each other a couple of times. He throw parties or whatever. And I'm like, how old is this motherfucker? On the profile it said he was 18 years old. I said throwing parties and shit like that. Okay, that's not, the way that they're talking is as if they like 20 something years old and older. You know what I'm saying? Like they really live life. And that's what throwing me off about this whole thing. I said these kids. And then, they said, oh yeah, so he's a real dude. Yeah, he's a real dude because when they looked at his Instagram thing, he has 80.4 followers, but he only has 2 posts and he's only following 58 people. That's, he may be real, but he brought them followers, okay? He brought them followers, or he then took down all his pictures and started all over again with the pictures. Because I know some people that do that. But somebody tried to do some shit like that to me earlier this week, and they got caught up because I said, bitch, first of all, you only got one picture up and you barely have any followers or anything else. Bitch, come on. I've been on social media long enough to know a catfish, a troll, or whatever. And I was looking like he either a troll, he brought them followers, or something ain't right. Okay? But you check a person's video. Check a person account who has a whole bunch of followers but only got a few posts. And if you look at the posts that they put up, if they have like, especially if they put up a video, they got so many views but only a few likes. Yeah, something ain't right with that. But moving on from that, so basically they telling her all this stuff and she's confused about what the thing is. They went on ahead and tried to call old boy. He don't answer the phone, but then, and they try to reach out to him. He said, no, he can't do it. He traveling with his peoples. Of course, you got to go tell his wife. And she was like, why don't you just put out this video message so that he can know that it's really you? Because he probably thinking that you catfishing him, that you not who you say you are. And so that's what he did. And then that's when they sent that message saying, why don't you come meet us up? And he was like, nah, I can't do that because I'm out here traveling with my peoples. I said, wait a minute, what? Every time they do something, he comes back with the classic answer that points to the fact that he's a catfish. They were talking about the messages that they were sending each other before, and he was like, no, her sister, and they said, her sister said, bitch, he probably a catfish. And then she told him that. He gets upset with her, calling her sister an idiot and all this shit. They don't speak, and then they start speaking again, and then all of a sudden he go dark again. Somebody else on the phone talking about something bad happened to him and all this shit. And I would have been like, girl, let that shit go. You young, okay? You got other fish in the sea. Literally, she got fish and sausages. Fish in the sea and sausages on the land, bitch, okay? So they doing all this stuff back and forth, and I'm just sitting there like, this is just ridiculous, okay? This is ridiculous. I know y'all young, but, we have to have common sense. And common sense is pointing to the fact that you are getting played, baby. And so, they made sure to put out there that her sister, Neek, is still in contact with her ex, okay? The one that she was with from freshman year to sophomore to the junior year, I think. And so when he sent that message talking about so he couldn't meet up because he was with his family or whatever, he sent the message to Nay talking about, son, I want to see you, but I want to talk to you in private. And so she told them what was going on, and, Neve and Max was like, send him a message saying, okay, we can do that, but basically lying and making it seem like, yeah, we gonna meet up, but Neve gonna be the one that's gonna meet him, and that's exactly what happened. And at first he ain't want to say nothing, but then it was like, okay, cool, we can do this on cameras, because he didn't want to do that at first. And as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, that's a nigga. That ain't no white boy, that's a nigga. Bitch, I saw that black hand come down. I said, bitch, this the ex. This the ex. And then when we finally see who it is, she came outside. She was like, are you fucking serious? Thomas, are you know him? This is my motherfucking ex. I told, like, nigga. I said he was kind of cute. I said for y'all little asses, he was a cutie. We wasn't a bad looking dude. I said, oh girl, you know my brain was like, my bird brain was like, go ahead and get with that. At least fuck him one good time and then say this is what you never gonna get back. Okay, take your ass back to college and let me live my life. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. But I was like, y'all too young. I don't want to turn y'all into hoes and shit like that early on in age and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But have some morals about yourself or whatever. And so that's what she was like, oh girl was not here for his shit. I will give Nay this, bitch. When they said, I am done with you, she meant that she is done with him. Okay? He was at the time about something, I fucked up. I was, I did cheat and I did mess up and do some things. And I thought this was a way to show her, all the effort that I put through to get her back and all this shit. I said, nigga, you lied. You still lying. So, meaning that you lying and thinking that you're somebody else. So, you still adding on to the stuff. You didn't think this all the way through, did you? No, you did not. And it was like, who was the dude on the phone that was talking? Because it's showing up wasn't your voice. Oh, it was my roommate at school. I said, well, at least you in school. Don't you supposed to be focusing on your studies and shit like that? You look like you on somebody's team. Don't you supposed to be focusing on your studies so you can stay on the team? No, you focusing on pussy that ain't yours no more. Okay, girl, stop it. Stop it, little boy. Like, grow the fuck up. You on college campus. Get something that's collegey. Okay, I'm saying? She done moved on with her life. You move on with yours. Nay the whole time standing there like this. I'm not falling for the bullshit, bitch. When I said that I didn't love you no more, I didn't love you no more. Okay, you could have told me all this shit back when we was together. But when we was together, bitch, you was treating me like shit, right? Okay, now you want to act right? Now you want to act right? Now you can't get this? Fuck you, nigga. I said, go out, Nay. She had me right there. I was like, stand your ground, girl. That's the real stand your ground. Stand your ground, girl, okay? Stand firm in it. And she stood firm in it. Okay? She ain't take that nigga back 3 months later. She said, no, I ain't never. He said, no, we didn't speak or whatever. I'm doing good, though. Just tell her that I said I wish her well. Nate said, bitch, I'm doing good. I ain't talking to him. I don't want him. But a bitch out here dating. And she was like, actually, I'm dating two people. And it was like, what? You got two niggas that know about you? She was like, well, actually, one is a girl. I said, bitch. I kind of knew it because the sister got on the camera when she found out it was Thomas. And she was like, I told you not to do no shit like this. I told you to leave her alone. This was going to push her away. Why would you do some stupid shit like that? Bitch, at first, I was going to be over it if the sister was in on it. But thank God she wasn't in on it. I looked at the sister. I said, is the sister a stud lesbian? I mean, I'm all here for it, but I just had questions or whatever. And so when Nate was like, girl, I got a girl too, and I told them that, you're not the only one. I'm talking to somebody else. I said, bitch, you better play the field. With your greedy ass. You better do that shit, bitch. She up here having both best of both worlds. All right, do what you gotta do. Any fucking way. This was Catfish. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I was just baffled at the fact that they talking about these relationships like they were grown asses and been in relationships in their 20s all the way till they was like 20 something, almost 30. Baby, I forgot they was only 18, 19 years old. I said, y'all ain't lived yet. And they out here living though, okay? She getting dick and puss. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode, and I will see y'all later. Peace.